Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Nice to see you all here. Riga Iff is about to wrap up. This is the final stage, this Sunday, the pitching day, where we can see what he has managed to do. We started our journey on Friday with inspirational lectures and wonderful keynotes from our experts. And then we managed to do 28 hours hackathon, where all the teams and partners and mentors engaged and tried to develop actually XR solutions using all the good knowledge and inspiration gotten on Friday's lectures and trying to manage the creativity, storytelling, technology, user experience, and all the other details. So Sunday is an intense day because all the participants have been working very hard for more than 28 hours. And this is the relief moment when you can pitch your idea, see, inspire, and actually, for us, it has always been a great moment to see how much teams can do within 28 hours, and that's the magic of the hackathons. And you actually focus your energy, focus your resources, get wonderful support from the experts, and then within the very short and limited period of time, see actually working results as the first stage prototypes. So before we start, I would like to say a big and huge thank you for our wonderful experts. We have had a very good and very supportive mentorship this year, so thank you a lot for being here for us. Thank you for joining, for giving your energy and inspiration to the teams. It's been really good to work with you. So thank you, and a round of applause for our super experts and the mentors. Certainly there is a must to say thank you for the ones who support this event and make it actually that happen. So Latvian National Film Center, British Embassy in Riga, US Embassy in Latvia, and French Institute. So thank you a lot for the supporters who gave this support. So we had an international event with wonderful point of views from UK, from Belgium, from USA, and other countries. So thanks a lot.
I would also like to thank mentors and participants, and actually it has been a great privilege to assist the mentoring sessions, and I feel that we ourselves have learned a lot from working with you guys. And among mentors, we have Yvette Vargas from Digital Rain in Los Angeles, Pierre Friquet, Creative Director from France, Marina Petrakova from VReach Latvia, Gatis Kurzemnieks, freelancer specializing in Blender and 3D solutions from Belgium currently, Irina Ganevica from Prezi Latvia, who helped a lot with UX and UI solutions for the teams, and also Lina Marta Sarma from Tech Hub in Latvia. Also, a great thank you to the festival team who has been supporting and ensuring the technical aspects of the hackathon as well. And with further ado, let's move to the first presentation. We will have altogether 3 teams who will present their projects, what they were working on since yesterday morning. And we will have a 3-minute long presentation, which will be followed by a live demo from the team. After that, we will have a jury deliberation session. We will retire from the live stream for a while, and we will be back after 3:00 p.m. Riga time to hear the feedback that mentors have prepared regarding the projects that you and they will be witnessing now, and also to announce the winner, and the winning team will receive accreditations for the Encounters Short Film Festival in the UK. So let's move on with the first team, who we're working on aspects of history, or how to present learning history to various audiences. And I give the floor now to the team Scan the History.
Hi, Guido, can I ask you, can you put the sound from the presentation on your mic? So unmute your mic also. Put forward the presentation.
I'm not sure if this will work, but I can try.
Your sound is on. It should have the.
So can is my screen seeable?
Yes, we can see your screen and we can hear you very well.
And
so I'll start and then So our project is called Find, Discover, Win, and it's about the fun discovering experience of the city Riga with AR.
At the time, the bigger the windows, the bigger the taxi workers feeling sunlight. Moreover, at the end of the 17th century, earthly textures.
Okay, so this is just some information that will appear alongside the app, but I don't think you can hear it very well. It's okay. So what is it about? The user will scan the history of 4 different places of Old Town Riga. When he plays the game, he's gonna find places to scan, discover knowledge of the place's history, and win the prize if all the answers are correct. So who will use it? Those who desire new travel experiences to learn the history of the city in a modern way, and those who love orientation games in the city. So why will they use it? It's fun, easy, and educational, and no similar options exist in Riga. And what will they receive? So in the time of the pandemic, this would be a great opportunity to explore the city with an AR tour guide, plus play the game to check your own knowledge of history and win the prize. So now I'll let Guido speak a little bit about the game itself and how it works.
so, just a moment. I will turn on my screen as well. So, we made an application. I hope you all can see it. It's a first stage prototype, and the text says the clue where you have to find the first location, where is the first building, and it says the street. So when you go to that place, you have to find the 3 brothers. For example, I didn't know that 3 brothers were buildings. So looking from this clue, you can scan your surroundings, and the front of the building will scan on the screen, and the question pops on it. So I will try to make it happen right here on the spot. So I turned on my screen the scanner.
Sorry, Guido, maybe you can stop sharing the screen so we see you in the big...
Oh, sorry. So, right here, yeah. So, I don't know if this will work, but I hope so. So here is the picture of the 3 brothers, the building, and I will try to scan it with the phone. So here in the screen of the phone, you can see there is 3 buttons, and well, there has to be audio file where it plays the question. So you have to just press the button and see if you guessed the correct answer. If you do so, you get a fun fact about the place as well. After that, you get the next clue where you have to find the next place. So it's a bit of guessing and trying to find a new place because it doesn't give a specific street as it did for the first one. And that's about it. You travel around the old town, find new locations, uh, learn some new facts, and yeah, have an all-around fun experience and educational one as well. So, is there any questions or?
Yeah, we have a short time for any questions, if there are, from the mentors, and also if you are watching somewhere live, then you can post us on the festival Facebook account also for your questions. Is there a question? No, I don't.
Yes, I would like to ask. Okay, I will start and then hopefully pass the microphone to Lina. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Yeah.
I do have a question. Do you consider some kind of ways how you can monetize this app, or you didn't, or you wasn't thinking about this?
So Dion had some ideas about this, that if you, for example, win the best score, that you could get a 50% discount on the escape room, different escape rooms that are in Riga. There was this kind of idea, so maybe collaborate with some kind of, or that's a more easier way. You could probably get some business that would be willing to offer like some discount with and it's mutually beneficial for both us and them.
Thank you so much.
So did Lina have a question as well?
I had almost the same question, which was if the next step would be to start creating this application and this product as a working one and release it to the world, what would be the first steps or first ideas where you would go for, as simple as that, money for the creating the project? One version would be go to institutes or go to our Culture Capital funds, and others would be to raise money for a project like that. Have you thought about these variations of what would be the next step for this?
We hadn't thought. Guido, do you have any ideas about this, where you could get financing from?
For the moment, I guess we would work on the polishing the application, but yeah, it's I think it's very possible to somehow monetize it, or at least make it for specific for schools or students. So yeah, the possibilities are there.
Yeah, so then that would be the version of getting money from a kind of government initiatives, such as Culture Capital.
Yeah, that could be a good start.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, the cultural aspect is advertised sufficiently, and the benefits of people learning about the history of Old Town in a sort of fun and interactive way.
Do we have any more questions regarding some aspects that will be valuable for the jurors to take into consideration?
I think we can move on.
Yeah, I think I don't hear any more questions, so we can say thank you to Team Scan the History. You've done a great job. For 28 hours, you look surprisingly fresh. I can see you on the screens. So thanks a lot. And now we are moving to our next team called Cuba. They have been working on a project, a digital gallery. So I give the floor to you guys now.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well.
Great. And can you see the screen? I actually shared another screen for technical purposes. So I'm sharing a screen from my computer. So that's important that you guys can follow that.
I think I see that. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, perfect. Coolio. I'm going to then jump in. For those who don't know, my name is Renars, and I'm going to be representing Team Cuba. And to begin with, I will introduce you guys to the problem that we are tackling. So, currently, as we all know, a pandemic of COVID-19 has been happening across the globe and leaving marks in different places and impacting people. So we want to focus on Cuba. So the fact about Cuba is that COVID-19 pandemic has amplified Cuba's economic crisis, swiping more than $3 billion away from tourism industry from early this March. And for this country, this is tremendous because this country is one of the main incomes is tourism. And we have had insights from locals that actually shared the stories with us that local artists are challenged to provide basic income in already challenging environments. And this is not only for the local artists, but local people in general. So how do we want to tackle this problem? We would like to create an immersive virtual exhibition that will be giving an opportunity to people, invite people to experience the current state of Cuba by meeting local artists, exploring their artwork, and learn more from their personal stories. So how we want to approach this? This virtual experience that we want to create is taking a documentary approach, meaning through the experience a user is having, we want to share and document stories that other people in the country can share, learn more about their history, also the current state, and understand like what is actually happening at the moment. So from a technical point of view, we want to use A-Frame, which is a web-based browser experience platform where you can create a VR experience. It is going to be a gamified experience, which will let users move around in the environment, engage with the content and different 3D objects. Additionally, as I said, because we are trying to use documentary approach, we want to use and include a mixed media approach in this journey as well. So we want to, along the way of people experiencing this exhibition, they will also be able to experience audio and visual elements as well as 3D objects and so on. And the artwork itself, which is the most important thing. So who do we want to target? We want to target people that has access to electronic devices with internet and have been impacted by COVID-19 restrictions, have interest in travel, culture, art, and VR. And primarily, we would like to focus on Western countries. And the reason behind is that Cuba is experiencing a crisis that is highly dependent on political powers from different forces. So we would like to create a shock effect, if you may say, to educate people on this topic. So the user journey, in a quick way, I would like to just give you a round into what we are thinking of. Like we would like to make a campaign that would give context or a broader perspective on this problem, that would have a call to action to go and explore more and learn more about local artists. Then we go to the stage 2, where we end up in a landing page, which is going to be the place where we meet the local artist who is going to greet us. And then he follows us to the next part, which is the exhibition. And the following one goes to the exit hall. I will explain you these steps along the way as I will show you the example. I think that will be more productive. So the future opportunities that we see for this project, we could digitalize assets, help people to make a living by selling their artwork online and giving access to people that they can use this platform as a storytelling platform as well as a source of income. Yeah, I will also skip this one for now. So let me just show you, since we're running out of time, I'm just going to show you the experience itself. So as you can see, this is the stage 1. We already have been introduced to the theme, and we enter this space, which is VR based space, where you can move around and explore the local culture. What is important, I need to mention that we are also having some sound effects here, so I will try to see if I can make them work. Hold on.
When you share the screen, you can tick the checkbox, share the computer sound. So you can unshare the screen and share again with the Zoom. And in sharing panel, there are checkbox, share the sound of computer. We don't hear you.
All right, the wrong mute button. All right, so I will try to just explain you what's happening here. So what we have here is like we are entering the first stage where we have been introduced to the place. We have arrived to Cuba's local streets. We have our first, the main hero, a local artist who is welcoming us and being surprised about us actually being here in Cuba, and he's wondering how did we actually got here, because he hasn't seen any tourists for almost a year. He's saying that they've been closed for quite a long time, but since we are here, he would like to introduce us to his artwork and let us explore a bit more of what's happening. So we have this opportunity to then go and further explore what's happening inside, where we enter to the art exhibition itself. And we can also go and explore the different artifacts. So what I forgot to mention is a big part of our exhibition is that we want to emphasize the artwork. We want to empower the artists and bring their voices, and not only their voices, but also the people living in Cuba. So the story behind some of these pictures are quite sad, and they're quite interesting also to learn how did they get there. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to take like little objects that are part of the paintings that then you can interact with in this space. For example, by pressing on them, you would be able to either see a document or a video or a different kind of experience that we have not yet been able to implement at this stage. But you would need to imagine that if you press one of these buttons, you will be able to, for example, see a screen that will show you a video about, in this case, the story about travel, how people have, like the impact of travel restrictions, and then, and so forth. So and then as we walk through the scene, we can engage with different art pieces, like learning more about their stories behind. So for example, here, the idea was that the symbol of this picture is a petrol canister, and as maybe some of you know, average income of a Cuban citizen is $40, like $40 US, and a single liter or a single gallon of a gasoline is $4. So if you can imagine that you working full time could only get a full tank of gas for that price. So the whole idea is that while you're exploring this exhibition, you're learning more about Cuban status quo, about the culture, but also like the downside of that, of course, of what's happening in the country. All right, then as we're, and the last stage of this exhibition would have an option to leave your comment on the wall, which we would like to share also on social media, which also could be used then as a call to action to share your experiences and ask more people to come and see this, because this is amazing, and I've learned so much about the Cuban culture, and I think you should do that as well, and the situation, and most importantly, like we're giving a chance to to people to actually acquire some of these artwork pieces in a digital form, which we would ask if people would like to visit a web store and buy some of these artworks. And in this case, supporting local artists. Yeah, I don't know if I potentially missed something. If any of my teammates would like to add something, I don't. Yeah.
I'm sorry, just a quick note. We're running a bit out of time, so
yes,
just a few more additions.
The last addition, most importantly, I would just like to say that we had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for everyone who, all the mentors that helped us and giving us feedback, especially Elizabeth and Evet. She was up with us at 3 o'clock in the morning. That was really cool. And then, of course, the team, everyone did a really great job, and it was really amazing to work with people together on this one. And we had so many talented people in the team. Yes, so it was really interesting. I hope you guys find this interesting as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This looks amazing. Actually, it's hard to believe that you've done all of this in this short period of time. A word to mentors and jurors. If you have any questions that you need to ask before you go to deliberate, are there any?
Yes, I would love to ask a question. When you started the hackathon, what did you have prepared, or you were making all these things just during 2 days?
What was clear, the problem was clear at the beginning of the hackathon, and artwork of local artists that our teammate Hernando knows in person. So we only had the problem, and we only had pictures of his art. Everything else is built by very talented people, artists, Alvis, Chris, Serenis. Yeah, so everything else is built from scratch, actually. We also have audio experiences in this one. So yeah, I hope you can also, we can share the link, and I hope it can be enjoyed on your computers as well. So you can just play around.
I'm looking forward to receive the link. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I have a question. So you clearly defined the problem, and basically I would like maybe more details on how the audience would help to solve this problem with this solution. What are the main things? Is it like the purchasing the artwork? So, or there are something else? So basically how this experience for the people who is going through this virtual exhibition would help in this crisis, with this crisis of artists in Cuba.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one thing that I definitely forgot to mention was the emotion and what we are trying to get out of this. As I mentioned, we are targeting Western countries first. And what we want to do is we want to surprise people. We don't want to guilt trip anyone. We just want to present these stories in an authentic way that are coming from people from the country, locals. And it's not only, in a larger scope, it's not only the artists themselves that we want to impact. Obviously, it's the entire country that is suffering from the situation. So in the first place, obviously, like the first step is always to educate people and bring awareness about the topic, because that's the first step for people to actually even be confronted with something like this. Because I can imagine there are a lot of people that actually don't have any idea about this. And actually, why did this happen? And then, as you're sort of exploring this journey and learning about these, we hope those are shocking facts that some people would have some food for thought, if you may say, and sort of like reflect on themselves and think, okay, what the hell is happening here? And then obviously in the end of the journey, the idea is that a local artist is basically saying like, I really hope you enjoyed the work. I really hope you guys, if you like, you can also purchase one of these pieces in this e-commerce. But if not, I really hope to see you soon in Cuba when things are, back on track, basically.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As we are falling a bit behind the schedule, if there are no further questions, I would like to thank you guys. This really, really looks amazing. Well done. And let's move to the third and the last team, called Quick Brown Fox AR. They have been working on an app which would help children to learn the alphabet. Over to the team now.
Hello there. I hope you can hear me. And so let's quickly go through what we have built. We are Team Quick Brown Fox AR, consisting of me, Edgar Simpson, doing the coding, and Neil Hammers doing 3D modeling. What we have built is an application that is working both on desktops and mobile phones that allow children to engage with the alphabet. We have made a physical prototype that is accessible publicly, and I encourage you to try it yourself. To quickly show how it's working, I'm going to share the desktop version of it. We have a little fox welcoming the people in. We have pangrams, which consist of all the letters of a particular alphabet, which are nicely visualized. And we have empty spots in these puzzles. And we're encouraging children to pick the letters from the pangrams and assign them to the destination so that they can get the result, and also fail if they do so, but get to the success at the end. This is targeted for children aged 4 to 9 year olds who are trying to associate physical symbols with the concept of letters. There are wider uses available as well outside of the audience of children. For example, when adults who are recovering from stroke are having trouble connecting their memories of particular symbols visually to their sound, something similar could help as well.
Basically, it covers the spelling aspect as well, to spell correctly the word, because children often may have some reading skills, but they don't know correctly how to spell one or another word.
Yep. Then going further, why is this something unique? Yes, it is. The same concept exists in various forms. Our mentor Marina also shared that similar applications are being used by educators and doctors, but we are hoping to get more engagement from the users because of the interactive nature of this experience. How does it work? I think I showed you already that, but basically to reiterate, it works on pangrams, things like Quick Brown Fox jumps over the lazy dog, or some other examples that we have here. That are visualized with some illustrations and likely later also with some 3D models. We have illustrations of those things here. Then we are combining the well-known idea of polichudes or crosswords, so that the users need to fill in the blanks to form words. And we're engaging the users with animations. I briefly already touched upon the growth in other industries, but what we have built right now is just one single level for one particular phrase, but we see, even in this gameplay mode, we see the growth of multiple levels being developed, each of them increasingly having more complex words or even phrases to fill, and that could expand with quite a lot. And there are a lot of pangrams, especially in English, that can be played around with illustrations. And that is all I could want to say. Nils, maybe you have something else
Yes,
to add.
I think the application itself is very scalable and also interesting. Would be interesting to make local versions like Latvian version of it, as we don't have well-known pangrams in Latvian language, so it would be nice field to explore for linguists and to collaborate with them. As well as we thought about the application, the use of application itself, that it could be used not only in indoors but also during commute, like on every static surface you have, like in a bus or train. But you still have to remain static, so you are safe in a safe place. You don't harm yourself. So it's suitable for kids. And kids are especially attracted to those gadgets, and this is one of the things one of the ways how we make potentially harmful thing to serve a good cause, to use it what is meant for, basically.
That is all that we had to say.
Great, thank you a lot. Good job. Any questions?
I have a question. What kind, not like what kind, but what was the biggest problem when you were making this experience?
All time, as always.
From my perspective, even though we chose a very narrow game mechanic, we had some technical difficulties implementing the user experience as we had envisioned it. Therefore, especially in the AR side of things, it does not behave as we had intended to, which makes it harder to use.
And so I have also a question for the next version, like how will AR be, used, and why then AI is relevant for this application in the future?
In the future, we already have the AR side of it developed, and it can be experienced on phones that are equipped with the Google Chrome and AR Core. But we see that we did user testing on some 12-year-old kids, which we had available nearby, and it revealed that there are usability issues, especially on the phones that they had. Because it was not tracking so well. The experience was not sticking in the physical space as well as we had anticipated. Therefore, user experience would be the biggest thing to overcome, but that would allow way more engagement if we could effectively use the physical space. Already the same testers, they said that even though it was easier for them to use the desktop application, it was more interesting for them to use the mobile AR application.
Time for one brief question, if anyone wants to squeeze in now?
I wanted to clarify because I think I had a similar question to Pierre's. What is the benefit of having AR with this application rather than just doing a web app in a phone where you can do the same thing? What is the benefit here of having augmented reality?
It is largely satisfying the demand. We frequently see that young children are more drawn towards the use of mobile phones than to computers. Therefore, we're trying to convey an activity that they need to do anyways for repetition, for establishing their knowledge that they already have more deeply, but just embracing the methods that they want to engage with.
But in a mobile phone, you can also have an application that doesn't have any augmented reality, but it does the same thing, where you have just words and you put them in the spots, but there's no augmented reality. So you can have a phone app without the augmented reality part. So the question was, what does it add to the application?
That is also the engagement of physical activity being more entertaining. That's our hope. We have not validated that, unfortunately.
And may I say, also the character, the fox is 3D, and basically it's a friend and a guide teacher to the children who tells the process of the learning, and it could be better observed walking around and explored with the 3D model itself with nice animations. We had some cute ones.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
All right, thank you guys. So thank you team, thank you mentors and jurors for your attention. Thank you those who are watching us online. We will now go on a brief pause until 3:30, so the jury can make up their minds. So teams, grab yourself a cup of coffee. Another coffee, if that still is working. Oh, cheers! I see some
number 15 during the last 10 hours.
Yeah, and those who are watching us online, we will be back shortly, and the jurors will be transported to a break room for deliberation. So see you shortly, guys.
Have you played Among Us ever?
Sorry?
Hi guys, sorry to interrupt. Just a heads up, 10 minutes, and also So, hi everyone. We are back after a short break. Hope all the participants are still awake. Yes, they are awake. Wonderful. So, not to take up more of your time, I would like to give floor to the jury members to give brief feedback about the projects that they just saw and also to announce the winner.
Yeah, thank you. So we had hot discussions around us, among us, and there was everything were considered, and like we went through the criteria and we were acknowledging like the festival and overall like the event. And yeah, I would start just with the brief comments, how we discussed the team's proposals. And I will start like the sequence, how the teams were presenting. So the first team was Scan the History. And we all agreed that basically overall like proposal, the pitch itself was well structured and visually clear, like the whole idea was presented well. Drawbacks was in terms of the overall like the problem definition the team tries to solve, although the idea itself was presented well, so we understood what the concepts around it. Yeah, but how this app would be useful and what pain points and what specific audience it helps, unfortunately, what was not so clearly covered. About the second team, which presented is the Cuba team. So it was the good presentation, good proposal, and it's the problem definition was also well articulated. Also, the visual, like the solution itself, was pretty well developed. So the overall how ready the solution was, it was surprisingly well set up. The drawbacks of the idea was let's say the proposal, the solution of defined problem was weak. So in terms of how the specific solution helps, and it was not emphasized, although it should be, because it's the main idea why you're creating this. And it was left to the end of the whole user journey, where basically most of the users won't go in the real situation. So it was in the end of exhibition, and yeah, so we agree that it should be somewhere in the beginning, or at least there should be some hints. How can I help as a user who going through this exhibition? And the third presenter is the Quick Brown Fox AR. So the overall presentation was a bit like hurried up, and I guess the problem statement was also not so well formulated. So why is it so necessary to use this app? but we got idea around the audience who can use it, and solution itself was also created well. So we saw all visuals that were necessary for the activity. The whole activity can be done like physically doing the letters and placing them to the right places. Also, we saw that it can be launched on the mobile and as a AR proposal. But as it was also clear during the presentation questions, so AR solution in this case was not strongly, let's say, possessed. So why do we need AR? And yeah, there was a necessity to build up a more deep problem description to make more value to your solution within your proposal. So yeah, this is like the quick remarks. If I'm missing something, you can add, but like overall, I hope I covered everything in general what we discussed. Okay.
So are other mentors adding anything to these statements?
I believe we can start with third place announcement. This is a surprise, but I will announce third place. And I actually would like to say a huge thank you to organizers and to participants. And first of all, seems like I am about diversity on this project, just because I came to this project like 2 years ago and I wasn't also understanding what happens. And this amazing hackathon is known by the fact that mostly all of the professionals usually participate in the hackathon. So those who don't really know how to deal with different things connected to project experience different feelings and don't really believe that they can come and do anything in the project, in the field where they are not professionals, basically in XR. So I would like to greet specifically the team which is Scan the History and give the third place a round of applause. Just because their team are so diverse and they had so many challenges, but they overcame and they showed great progress, results, and hopefully you will keep in touch between each other and continue explore possibilities of your personalities in terms of XR. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina.
Live applause.
Yeah, about the second place, it's also interesting story just because we are in Riga Iff hackathon, and this hackathon is about social impact, about sometimes building startups and businesses. But the first thing, what is important to see progress in terms of art, in terms of culture. And the second place goes to our Viva la Cuba team. And I would like to send a hug and greetings about second place and say that you did amazing job. I hope that we all hope that everything is gonna work. And the second place is just because, you know, all like Irina mentioned all of the points and I won't repeat anymore. Thank you.
A round of applause. Woo!
So the first place announcement.
Yeah.
Drum roll.
I don't know if my connection, right now my connection is weak, so I don't know if you can hear me properly.
Yes, we can hear you very well.
Yeah. So yeah, the first place goes to the team for the Cuba experience. I'm sorry, I forgot the title, but we really thought that it was impressive proof of concept for the time given. That was really well thought in terms of space and story living, you know, and basically exploration of the medium, and we found that, you know, it was pertinent, you know, and relevant to make this art gallery, and it was also a very original concept, you know, and somehow innovative, and also belongs to a general solution for the current problem that we have, of course, with the health situation, but also is relevant and on point with where XR is going, and how XR can bring a solution, you know, and how XR stands out or add benefit, you know, to compared to the other mediums, you know. So you wouldn't be able to do the same with, for example, a video, you know, for example. So that was, for us, we thought it deserved special attention. And I think Irina also expressed some of our concerns, you know, like but overall, I mean, on my side, I find it personally, I was more sensitive to the creativity of this project, you know. So congratulations for that. And it was also by the way amazing discussion among mentors, and I wish we were there physically with you, and we all hug you, and we hug all the participants, and thank you for playing along, you know, with all these challenges. And organizers were actually really, really amazing, very professional, very organized. I was very impressed, actually. Everything went smooth, you know. So bravo to everyone.
Thank you, Pierre. Just a quick note. Could you please repeat the name of the winning team? Because I think we're in a little
We
confusion
have the
here.
second place and the first place for the same team. So.
I'm extremely sorry, Pierre.
Yeah, I wrote to you, Riga Iff, in a message because we continued with the previous names, so the real names that you presented with came a little bit confusing, so we called them in discussions differently. So the first place goes to Cuba, the second place goes to Quick Brown Fox AR, and the third place goes to the traveling app, who gave a great experience about navigating and creating an application to inform and educate about different city elements.
Awesome. Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you, Lena.
Extremely sorry. Mentors are also tired. Hugs to Foxes and hugs to Cuban team.
It was heartbreaking experience, I guess, for teams. Sorry for that. Yeah.
There is a film reference that we could attribute to that. It happened 1 year at the Oscar ceremony. It happened here as well. So, in the best traditions of cinema.
I'm expert of goofing. Also, I didn't hear, my connection is not good, so I couldn't hear actually what Marina and even before what Irina was saying. That's blaming on it, actually.
But it was very convincing and very, very nice. So the second place goes to this, and then the first goes to them. So sometimes it happens. Thank you a lot for your contribution. And yes, for being here and announcing the winners and the wonderful feedbacks. I think that they are very, very valuable. And as always, we emphasize in this event, the main thing is about the experience and the knowledge and the feedbacks and the ideas you can accumulate within the 24, 28 hours. It's amazing, and I think this year again it's a proof that all together discussing, challenging each other, asking the questions and trying to look for the right answers, we can manage to do actually impossible things. So thank you a lot for being here and supporting this idea of doing something impossible within the XR and within the Riga International Film Festival. Great to see you here, and hopefully we will have this possibility to meet in person, and we all can always stay in touch and find the ways how to connect in the industry in the future.
Since I see the some of the members from the winning team, maybe we could switch over to you guys for a short statement. How do you feel there? Team Cuba.
I can see only in Orlando since I'm connected from my phone, but I can see also, okay, Rainis is also here. I was thinking that I've been talking all the way through, maybe some of the teammates would like to chip in here, but for sure, thank you so much. It's really cool. Yeah, we did not see this coming, and maybe you guys didn't see this coming as well. Who knows? Yeah, but this is quite cool, really cool challenge. And I think it's nice to meet people that you have not seen before, meeting them for the first time. You know, and working together like from a get-go. I think that's usually probably one of those things that are the most useful from these hackathons. How you can bring random people together and they kind of come up with something. So that's cool. So, some of my teammates would like to join the conversation here.
Yes, we can repeat again that the winner team is supported by our partners and good friends, Encounters Short Film Festival in UK. So next year, just before the Riga International Film Festival, the Team Cuba will have this ability to go. Hopefully, let's keep fingers crossed, to go present to UK and experience a lot of diverse and interesting XR experiences within the film festival.
And if the lockdown is still there, we can help them with a solution.
Definitely, definitely. So thank you guys, thank you mentors, thank you jurors. It has been a very actually educational 28 hours for us as well. And during the hackathon, I realized that the motto of this year's Riga Iff, Owning the Unknown, is very ambitious. We tried to do that. I'm not sure if we got there, but we definitely gave at it our best shot. And also, once again, thanks to the financial supporters of this event who actually believed in us in this new format. So National Film Center of Latvia, US Embassy in Riga, British Embassy in Latvia, and the French Institute. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, participants, also, that you weren't scared off by this little strange and aloof format that the online hackathon is. And so,
till next year.
Till next year, go pop some champagne corks.
And have some good sleep and rest. Enjoy your weekend and enjoy your Sunday. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.